So my topic is about technology controlling the wheel. So my research question started off with how can we prevent the ongoing accidents that technology or texting and driving specifically brings to today's young society. Technology is expanding with more gadgets that we can use while we're driving, and so it kind of leads to the question like how much does technology control our lives? And I was intrigued by this topic because I see more and more people use their phones in the highways driving, including myself. I have done it many times, and I don't really think of the dangerous ways that it really affects my life and the people next to me. My secondary research articles were really intriguing. They were talking about how pathos is really connected to them, how they consider putting stories that families have lost their loved ones, and how can we prevent this ongoing texting and driving issue to stop. And so that's mainly what my articles have shown to me, that people continuously make the decisions to use their phones, and so how can we prevent it either before or after texting and driving? And so what I wanted to do is I conducted a survey on a Facebook group where it's just UTRGV students. And so my question was, how can we prevent, or how many of us have used our phones while texting and driving? So then I could see how many had said yes, no, and sometimes. And so this really gives me a visual of how many of us are willing, how many of us have used it. Like sometimes would mean most of the time as well. So I would consider sometimes and yes to be together. And I've gone through over to review my questions and the results, and I've gotten around 100 people to answer the survey, and it's really amazing, or like I'm like wowed at how many of us use our phones. So my argument question is, why is technology's texting and driving a major issue in today's society, and how can we prevent it? My experience with my argument is that I have used my phone many times while driving. I know it's dangerous, and that my secondary research have showed that families have lost their loved ones and are trying to change this ongoing habit. We're trying to prevent it either before the accident happens or after they lose a loved one. How can we prevent it to happen again, like to not happen anymore? And so my primary research is to conduct my own survey, like I had said, and show the results that I have accumulated with the questions as, have you ever used your phone while driving? It doesn't matter how you use it, as long as you're doing both things at the same time while driving. And it is extremely dangerous.